Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Nowhere Bound. This is actually an episode between episodes. Unfortunately, the Teardrop is down. It's not completely broken. I technically could take it out and go camping, but I'm having some issues with the tire tread wear. And as you can see in these pictures, the tread is wearing more on the inside than it is on the outside. That's concerning because we may have an axle issue, or it could be the bearings. Now, I admit I haven't done any maintenance to the bearings since I got the camper, and we're well overdue. I have an appointment for later this week to take care of the axle. There's also some issues with the air conditioner. As you saw a couple of videos ago, my air conditioner went down at the worst possible time. I actually kind of wish I had it today because we're in the 90s. It's a very hot summer. And I just don't want to go camping when it's this hot outside and I have no air conditioner. So we're going to go ahead and address these issues together. I'll take you with me when I get the axle looked at. And right now we're going to dig into the air conditioner and see if we can get that torn out of the window. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining me on this episode. Sorry it isn't a camping adventure this time, but we're going to get back out there really soon. So let's get at it. So the first thing we're going to try to do is get the air conditioner out of the wall, just so we can see what's going on. I'm going to start by taking out these two screws on the front. They are square bits. The size is S2. I want to remind our viewers that I am not an expert, and I'm really just improvising, and I enjoy tinkering around with stuff. So if you have a better idea on how to do this, or if you have suggestions, please let us know in the comments. And there's also two screws down beneath the air conditioner. It looks like those are the ones that are actually holding it in place. So I'm going to remove those next. Okay, let's see if it breaks free now. It's loose. I really need better light in here, but I have the power turned off, so this is the best we can do right now. Let's see if I can finagle this. This duct has nothing to do with the air conditioner. I just store it in this cabinet, and it's used for the diesel heater. And I presume the air conditioner is plugged in up here, so we'll pull that out. I might need to remove this receptacle. Which, that's not a big deal. But let's pull this and see what we got behind here now. Let's get this on the ground. There's enough slack here on this wire. Well, here's what it looks like inside. And from what I can see, all of the ductwork looks like it's as it was originally intended. I mean, I don't see any tape separated. That's just a little foam duct that they built to shroud around the back of the air conditioner, and the cabin air filters in through the sides, as you can see. Now I'm suspecting that this air conditioner is no good, and that would be a really easy fix. But the next logical thing to do is to unplug it, take it inside, put it in a window, and see if it cools off. The camper is unplugged, so there's no power running to anything right now. Okay, so I ended up having to remove this back cover, and There's only 3 screws holding it into the back. As you can see behind here, all this wiring, the air conditioner cord was tangled and tucked kind of behind all that stuff. So in order to fish it out, I needed to remove that back panel. But it is free and clear, and it wasn't that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and take this air conditioner inside and test it, but I am drenched in sweat right now because it's 87 degrees inside this camper, even though I'm in my garage. The air is just not moving. I should have set up a fan. I will when I come back out. But yeah, that's the hardest part's done here. Actually fits in there perfectly. As long as it doesn't fall out, I think we'll be okay. That is sketch though, but I'm going to watch it carefully.
12,000 BTUs of raw cooling power, huh? Yeah. Installed.
If all else fails, the cord should catch it. So let's turn this on and see what happens. High cool. All right, I've had this air conditioner on for a few minutes and it's consistent with what was happening at the campground. The air is just slightly cool. Definitely nowhere near cold enough to even cool down the camper, let alone a room. So there's something wrong with this air conditioner. I'm just going to go ahead and buy another air conditioner, throw it in there, and hopefully that'll fix it. So the next thing I got to do is take some measurements. I found this 5000 BTU Midea air conditioner at Walmart, and I really like that it's black. But I wanted to figure out a better way to install it with a steeper angle for the condensation drainage. And I also wanted a more secure way to actually fasten it to the camper because I thought 2 screws was a little bit lacking. So I cut some thin strips of wood and squeezed them into the existing brackets on the bottom of the air conditioner, and that gave me something secure to screw into. This 3/4 inch OSB that I had laying around worked perfectly. Next, I cut a board that would lay in front of the drain pan to the width of the cavity opening. This will provide some additional lift for the front of the air conditioner and increase the angle for condensation drainage. I attached the board to the bottom brackets using wood screws, 2 per side. This unit is just a little bit smaller than the factory unit, which meant that there was a little bit of an air gap where it inserts into the styrofoam shroud inside the cavity. So to make up the difference, I taped the foam that was included with the air conditioner around the back, as you can see here. Now that everything was prepped, it was time to install. But I ran into a snag right away. Seriously? Just barely doesn't fit. Unbelievable. Oh, I did it. It just barely squeezed through. Come on. All right. All right, I guess I can screw this back in place. Just gonna hook everything up and make sure it works. So awkward. After wrestling the air conditioner into place and a quick test, I went ahead and refastened the factory screws into the bottom, and I added 3 more screws out of an abundance of caution. To make sure that the condensation drained properly, I drilled a hole into the bottom of the air conditioner just a couple of inches from the back. And as you can see, it's working perfectly. Well, that did it. Mission accomplished. It's cooled down from 87 degrees to now 76 degrees in here. The condensation collection is working perfectly. Feels like we're back in business. Nice. To finish the job, I cut a piece of vinyl flashing and I painted it black, as well as some Reflectix insulation. And I'm going to use this to cover the bottom of the opening. This will also prevent some of the warm exhaust air from leaking out of the bottom. Juniper. Juniper, you want a treat? There you go. Well, that was pretty cool, pun intended. I want to reiterate that I'm not an expert and this is not a how-to video. This is a how I did it video. So if you want to attempt to do something like this, make sure you're comfortable doing it or else consult a professional. But in any case, I'm happy with how this turned out and it's going to serve my needs really well. So thank you to all the Patreon subscribers as usual. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Go to buymeacoffee.com/nowherebound to buy us some coffee. You can buy Juniper a treat, and that's a great way to support the channel without a subscription. Just watching the videos is good enough for me. So I appreciate you being here. Make sure you tune in next time. I should know more about the axle issues, and I'll definitely let you know how that turns out. And we're going to get back on the road ASAP and get out there and do some more adventures. So we'll see you again soon, nowhere soon. Next time it's going to be somewhere cooler. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.